Good morning, Morgan County. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's time for our PAWsitive podcast.
From the Morgan County Partnership with our host, me, I'm Mrs. Hot, and the fabulous
Mrs. Shema.
Hi, Miss Shema.
Hi, Mrs.
We
Hot.
are joining you for our weekly exciting look at positive actions happening in our home, school, and in our community.
Whether you are 2 or 92, the new PAWsitive podcast will feature fun and exciting information to help you manage and balance life here in West Virginia.
Morgan County, are you looking for what's happening locally? Maybe school news, community events, or do you need to find some helpful resources, parenting tips, support groups? The Morgan County Partnership, me and Miss Shema, we're here to help guide us all through this new normal we call life. So,
Let's get started!
Oh, Miss Shema,
Yeah?
we have a new positive action word of the week. Our weekly theme. Want to know what the word is?
Oh, I can't wait. Tell me.
The word is community.
I love it.
And the Morgan County Partnership, each year we end the school year with the word community because that takes us through our summer and connects us with everyone in our home, our school, and our community at large. So, Miss Shema, can you believe it's nearly the final in the last week of school here in Morgan County?
I can't
And
believe it.
also, I know, right? Also, many other schools are also finishing up across the country too, doing their distance learning all over the place after the stay-at-home orders from the virus, right?
Mm.
I know it's been crazy at our house. How are you doing, Miss Shema?
Oh,
And how about Mr. Miguel? How's he doing too?
he's doing good, but it's normal. Like, he's worried about his students, what they are doing, and he missed school too. So we are trying to get used to this new normal.
Yeah, it's every day's new, right?
And how are you, Mrs. Hot?
Oh, thanks, Miss Shema. I don't know if I'll ever get used to the new normal, but the community has sort of transformed from one that's face-to-face to one that's over the internet, on Zoom meetings, and now on a podcast. But it's still a community, and I think that's a beautiful thing to share. So I think for this morning while we chat, let's take a look at what's happening on the next week for the daily community positive action vlogcast. We'll do that today. And we're going to look at this great word, first of all, community. And I just have to tell you, Miss Shema,
Oh, yes.
when I started Positive Actions, this will be starting year 7 now, Mr. Cable, he asked us, hey, can we talk about community and how important it is to be positive for the whole community? So I love that this is the word of the week, and we close out our school year with this great core value word, community, because that's what, when a pandemic happens, when a crazy thing happens, we need a community that cares, don't we, Shema?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think about the word community?
Oh, I love this word. I think it's a wonderful word, community, because I feel like when everybody's helping each other, having like a big family together, and you can get help from another people, it's wonderful. Like support. It's a big support.
Now, Miss Shema, in Morgan County, Morgan County is a small community, right?
Mm-hmm.
And our community out there, in case you guys didn't know, Miss Shema moved from Spain to Berkeley Springs, West Virginia. So communities are, whether it's your neighbor next door or across town or around the country or around the world, Miss Shema, communities are important everywhere. Can you tell our Morgan County friends how to say, or can you teach us now, how do you say community in Spanish?
It is a wonderful word too, because it's super easy, because it's almost the same like in English. So in English it's community, but in Spanish is comunidad.
Okay, I'll try it. Comunidad.
Perfect, Mrs. Hart.
See? Oh my goodness. Now, community and comunidad. They're really alike, aren't they?
Yeah.
And you know what, Morgan County, our community and communities around the world, everyone's working together and trying to keep positive during the coronavirus pandemic, right? That's why this word is so beautiful this week. A community is a group of people who have common interests. Now, it might be things that we like to do, food we like to go out to eat, or right now we all have a common concern about the virus and things rolling back up and opening up. That makes us a community, not just here in Berkeley Springs and Paw Paw, but also where your family is in Spain and all the different countries, everyone all around the world. Lately, it kind of what it did in this whole situation, it made our whole world become one big caring community to help each other be healthy, right? And we treat all people with positive actions in a community. And that includes people who are different from us and people who even might disagree with us. Can you tell us why that's so important, Ms. Shema?
Well, that's so easy because each one of us, we are unique and we are important and we are wonderfully made.
You're right. Everyone's unique, important, and wonderfully made. Yes, we are. Yes. I love it. Hey, Ms. Shema.
Yes, Mrs. Hart.
It's time for announcements. Are you ready?
Yes, announcements.
Announcements. I would love to share with our community some announcements that's going on now. Is that all right?
Yeah.
All right, let's start with some stuff happening at the schools. I know things are wrapping up. Before we talk about some of those, I heard about something new from one of our Positive Action Morgan County partnership staff.
Oh.
Well, yeah. The social worker from Widmeyer, her name is Lacey.
Yay.
She's adorable, by the way. She told me that she just got approval for a new project at the school. It's called the Plant Box Project. Now, I think that she's going to be working with the Extension Office, and I believe it's going to be at Berkeley Springs High School, but I wanted to let our community know because we've been getting fresh vegetables and stuff like that. Lacey's working on a new plant box. Lacey has a new project coming school, and it has to deal with planting. And another thing coming up, Lacey's also going to be presenting over the summer yoga for mindfulness for elementary school students.
That's
oh my
awesome.
Goodness, Miss Shema, you should see it. Lacey and her daughters, they just sent me their first video of their lesson. And it is spectacular. And you know what? Whether you're 2 or 92, yoga is a great way to relax, get rid of those anxieties, and help us be healthful in our mind, body, and soul. So, Morgan County community, guess what? Every Wednesday after school's out, you'll be able to find Lacey and her little friends. And they're so cute, Shema. Just wait till you see this.
I can't wait.
They're going to do a yoga lesson on our Positive Action channel. So let's see here. What's next, Shema?
This is pretty cool. Next is yearbooks, and spring pictures have arrived. Woo! So, Warm Spring Intermediate School students that have purchased a yearbook will receive them during our scheduled pickups times next Tuesday and Wednesday. Extra yearbooks are available for $14 and will be sold first come first served. Spring picture packed are available to view during pickups as well. Purchases must be made on site and waited photos returned to school staff. We also have extra class homeroom pictures available at $12 each. All yearbook photo purchase must be made by check or exact cash.
Awesome. Yearbooks at the intermediate school. That's how to get them. And I guess if you have any questions, you can always call Mr. Cable at the intermediate school. All right, next announcement. Your community has gone above and beyond to paint the town blue and gold. Have you seen some of the balloons, Shema?
Yeah.
Yeah. They painted the town blue and gold to honor the graduates here at Berkeley Springs. Local business windows are decorated, and parking meters and banners are everywhere. And they've been put up already through Berkeley Springs. I was at Roy's getting gas, and I saw the big banner on a big yellow board. It's cool. The town is incredibly grateful for the hard work of so many. Oh, and I wanted to give a big shout out. Angel Kelly DeMarinas. Angel, thank you for putting this together. Also, Gina Malott, Lisa Ambrose, Sandra Malott, and then some of the businesses. CNB Bank, our Morgan County Partnership, the Berkeley Springs Center, Boys and Girls Club, and many others for helping make this happen. As you travel around town, take pictures and soak in the love your hometown has for you. Don't forget to practice social distancing when you're out. I love that announcement. That's a community, right?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
That's pretty
this
cool.
morning I went to buy some groceries. Oh my goodness. And town was wonderful. I was like, wow, congratulations. I love it.
Have you been by the Star? The Star Theater?
Yeah, it's so
Oh
pretty.
my goodness. I saw the pictures. They were all the musicians' banners are at the Star. I'm like,
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's neat. All right, what's next?
Oh, next. That's so important. Please share.
Okay.
Do you or some have a child who turns 4 on June 30th? Want to sing them up for free pre-K?
Ooh.
That's so exciting. Email us at morgancountyhs@gmail.com, and we will email you the forms. Download the forms, fill them out on your computer, phone, and then email them back to us, please. If you have any questions, please include them in your email. We will answer you as quickly as we can. So please be patient. Please share this post with anyone you know who has a child that turns 4 by June 30th.
Announcement. The middle school.
Woo-hoo. Yeah.
The middle school talent show. Video submissions are due today, Friday, May 22nd. All right, that sounds pretty exciting. So call the middle school. They're having a talent show, and I did see that on Facebook. Talent show submissions were extended. There's a flyer if you check out their Facebook page. Submit the videos on a secure link available on Facebook, and the deadline is Friday the 22nd. All right. Oh, can I tell you about something else, Shayma?
Oh, yes.
Here's a few more things. Summer STEAM. That's the Monday program on our Positive Action Vlogcast. Coming up, there's going to be a Zoom paint night. That will be June the 1st on Monday with the intermediate school art teacher, Miss Ruggiero. Now, Summer says she's got some great paint supplies headed out in the meals that'll be delivered. Okay, so if you get your meals and if you have things around the house, there's a Zoom link. You can contact the school for that invite and Zoom with your friends. Doesn't that sound fun?
That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's neat. And there are some new things I've discovered going on. Now, I know school's about to close, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, moms, dads, parents, grandparents, looking for some things to engage your kiddos. The West Virginia Department of Education is hosting its Education Station. Now, that will happen every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. on West Virginia Public Television. So you can find that either on your computer or whatever sort of network you have. We have Dish. There's public television there. But every Tuesday, Thursday, 9 a.m., there's stuff K through 12. Check it out. That's from Charleston, Department of Ed. And here's another one coming up. This is from the Morgan County Partnership.
Woo-hoo!
Woohoo! Community news. What's going on in the community news? Now, Miss Nikki, she is with the Morgan County Partnership, and she's hosting a parent play date. I almost got that. She's hosting parent play dates Thursdays at 1 o'clock if you're interested. Now, I want to tell you something that I saw on the Search Institute. Listen to this. I think it's pretty cool. Here's a story from a blogger from the Search Institute, which is where we find research, evidence-based information for our developmental assets, okay? So this blogger says this. It has been heartwarming to watch as people around the world join Clap Because We Care, hashtag Clap Because We Care, to cheer essential workers as they left their daily shifts, such as the 7 p.m. citywide cheer in New York City. Now, my daughter Violet lives in New York when she's at college, and we have a friend there, and every day on Instagram I see her post 7 o'clock in New York City. Everybody, they're in their apartments, they clap on their balconies, they sing, they play music. There's an opera singer on Broadway who's famous, and she goes around and she records this. It's amazing. So it's a way to show a community how they get together to show that they're caring for others, this being the essential workers. And I wanted to share this from the Search Institute with our word being community, because I think as a community we can do something similar. So New York City, ever since this well-deserved ritual began, and actually New York is doing it, but they also did it in Wuhan, China in January during the pandemic. This ritual, the 7 p.m. citywide cheers, it has reminded us of the healthcare workers, grocery store clerks, delivery drivers, and many others who not only put their lives at risk, but also keep life going for the rest of us. Isn't it cool? See, the community is our world, right, Morgan County, right? I know it, right? So I think we should be cheering on, and we should definitely be thanking them, right? So this blogger proposed something else. They proposed that we cheer and also thank another group of essential workers during this crisis. And these are those who are parenting during the pandemic. They too are all in during this pandemic, and frankly they're in all the time, right? So the Search Institute blog goes on to say, in addition to the 7 o'clock applause that was happening in Wuhan and also still happen in New York City, they say, let's begin a boost, a break, and a bravo for pandemic parenting. So you parents out there in Morgan County, grandparents, adults who are helping care for kids, we want to give you a boost, a break, and a bravo. And for this reason, guys, the Morgan County Partnership is hosting the Parent Playdate Caregiver to Connect. So we would like the PAWsitive podcast to listen to a little bit. Shema and I got to meet our host, Miss Nikki. Hey, Morgan County, Miss Shema and Mrs. Hott are here with a special guest. Can you guess who it is, Shema?
Let me think.
I can't wait to tell you. Morgan County, say hello to our special friend. She is from the Morgan County Partnership, and her name is Miss Nikki Coles. And Miss Nikki, can you tell everybody hi?
Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing today?
Hey, I'm awesome. How are you, Morgan County? Well, we have Miss Nikki here today because the partnership is hosting a special time called Parent Playdate. And so Miss Nikki's joining us today. And Miss Nikki, can you tell us a little bit about what that's all about?
Yeah, we just were kind of talking and thought, man, it'd be kind of nice to get together with other parents and just to kind of chat about whatever, any struggles that you might be having or funny stories, or I don't know, sometimes it's just nice to talk to other adults outside of your house. You know, you see the same people all the time. And I know when this first started, and I'm trying to get like my son on his Zoom meetings and figure all this stuff out, and we couldn't get it. And I was feeling like such a failure. And I messaged his teacher. And when his teacher messaged me back that, oh, it's okay, you aren't the only one having trouble, I'm like, oh, okay, good. Then I'm not a failure. It's just, I don't know. It's just those little things that make you feel better. So we thought we would host a Zoom meeting weekly, and would love for you to join us. If you just want to chat with some other adults, we don't have to talk about kids. We can talk about whatever, and just kind of here to help out. So please come join us on Thursdays, 1 p.m.
Miss Nikki, that sounds like fun. So can I like bring a cup of coffee, piece of chocolate cake, and
you can bring whatever you want.
Now, if I wanted to get that Zoom link, what would I do?
You just need to email me at nccoles1@yahoo.com, and then I'll send you the Zoom link and click on and join us. We'd love to have you.
Thank you. You know what's cool? I think it'd be kind of neat because everybody's doing things differently, and today on the Friday Positive Podcast, it's May 22nd, and things are starting to roll up again, and there's a lot of different ways to do everything, right? And I think sometimes it's good to talk about, like, what do you do? What do you do? And it's all right if we all do it in a different way. But sometimes I feel like, oh gosh, should I do this? So I think it'd be kind of fun to get together and ask questions and
you know, Angie, that's the one thing I miss about being around people is like talking to them and hearing things that they do. That's where we get our ideas and suggestions, and we don't have that as much anymore. So this is a great place to do that.
I want people to know it's okay to do things differently because we all have different circumstances, right? And I know in my own situation, we have some illnesses, chronic illnesses and things. We have to be super careful, and we have family all around the world, right, Miss Shema? Yeah. I mean, my daughter's in DC and she's in Montgomery County, and sometimes, well, I hope it's a place to laugh with people and maybe share some stories, and maybe if you've had a scary story and you've had to go through a COVID test, I know my daughter Violet did, maybe we can talk about that. And just as the Morgan County community, it's an open book. We can talk about anything, right? As caregivers. And you know what? I'm looking at everybody on my screen. We have kids all ages. So moms, dads, caregivers, grandparents. Right now we have anything in my house. The ages go from 15 to 30. So you can have older kids and chat with us. Miss Shema's house. How old are your kiddos there, Shema?
2.
See, we got toddlers too, maybe babies. And over at Miss Nikki's, what's your house like?
From age 8, almost 9, up to 26.
There you go.
I don't know. Isn't that terrible? I forget how old my oldest one is. 26, 27?
If you're listening and you just want to hang out with us too, and you don't have kids, we want to hear from you too, because maybe you've got some good things you can tell us.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So tell us one more time. When's this parent play date?
It's on Thursdays at 1 p.m. and just shoot me an email at nccoles, COWLES, 1 at yahoo.com.
Awesome.
And bring a friend.
Yeah, cool. More things, Miss Shema. Back on. The Morgan County Mobile Food Bank is happening again tomorrow, May 23rd. That's at 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. If you'd like to there's 1 box per car. Just go to the Senior Life Services at Morgan County, 106 Sandmine Road. Okay. And I also saw a note that they said, please have your trunk empty and a space to put your food box. All right. And I think, I do have another one.
Seniors.
I'm going to go on down to this one. There's another thing coming up called the Candidate Forum. And Morgan County elections coming up. So I saw on Facebook that the community is invited to watch candidates. And on Wednesday, the 20th of this week, they had a special broadcast on WRNR radio and TV 10 for all of the candidates running for office in the June 9th primary election in Morgan, Berkeley, and Jefferson County. Now, on Wednesday, June 20th, they featured segments for the candidates for sheriff. But community, if you want to hear about anything from the other candidates, you check out the Facebook site for WRNR. And another announcement, if anyone's looking for some work, okay, they are looking for poll workers. Like for the candidate polls. Morgan County needs poll workers for the June 6th primary election. For this work, they'll be paid $35 for the training and $150 for the day of work, 4:30 in the morning to 9 at night. You could, if anybody needs extra cash, I thought that might be helpful to know. If you're interested, just call the county clerk's office at 258-8547 to ask about helping.
No.
I kind of like this one. The Morgan County Starting Points started up their play group again. Okay, this last Tuesday, May 19th, it was the first time they got back together. So if you have some little ones and you'd like to join some other moms at the playground, the play group started back up and it returns and enjoyed their time outside while maintaining their personal space. Interested in joining with Starting Points? They are currently meeting, weather permitting, on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 to 2:30 at Starting Points. And that's up near where, that's out at the Senior Center. And it's open to anyone birth to 5 years old and their parent or caregiver, grandparent, whoever wants to go with them. I thought that sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm.
Also coming up, the Morgan County Extension Service, they are having virtual Tri-County Camp. So if you're a 4-H'er out there in the Eastern Panhandle, Morgan County, remember Tri-County Camp at Camp Frame? This year it will be virtual. They took your suggestions and they developed the following schedule for a virtual fun week experience. The week will be called Camporee Tri-County Virtual Fun Week. They'll be putting on online registration through some sites that aren't quite available yet. But if you're a 4-H'er and I know you're going to really miss Tri-County Camp. I did that when I was little. But you can do a virtual camp this summer. And the cutoff date is June 5th, so that's coming up. Next, Miss Shema, our friend Becca.
Woo-hoo!
Woo-hoo, Becca girl. Blue Ridge has some pretty cool things coming up. And there's an event for next week on Tuesday the 26th at 1 o'clock. The Blue Ridge is having a virtual program, Story Time. That's Tuesday at 1 o'clock. And on Thursday at 1 o'clock, they're having a virtual Growing Plants. You can join the Blue Ridge Community and Technical Center Education Major Matthew Sneathens as he shows you how to plant and care for plants. That sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Blue Ridge is having this all May and June with these events, and if you'd like to register, you need to go to their online site at blueridge.etc.edu, and you can find it online. And then some stuff, I had some ideas, Shema. Can I tell you what they are?
Please, I love your ideas, Mrs. Hunt.
Coming up on the podcast, we're going to feature virtual career days. So my friend at Warm Springs Intermediate School, the counselor, Ms. Klein, she's working on a career day activity. So we've had a few fascinating careers submitted, and we're also going to show them on our PAWsitive podcast over the summer. For example, participating careers, we have Luke Christie, whoop whoop, from State. We have Dr. Close. She works in Hagerstown at the Women's Health Center. Hey, that's where,
That's cool.
Yeah, she's going to be a feature. And also the fabulous Mike Banks. I listened to his podcast, or his interview too. Mike talks about cybersecurity. I think the kids will love that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, what's next? Support group virtual help meetings. I want to let everybody know the Morgan County Partnership app has a new button for mental health wellness, and it is from the State Department of Ed. Look at the button on the podcast. There's there's a wealth of information to help us right now support our emotional wellness and mental health right now. So that's a new button. New content on the app happens all the time. So, Shema,
Hey, Mrs.
guess
Hawk.
what's next? Guess what's next?
What is next?
Super stories of positive actions. Our community is super busy, right? With the safer at home order, people are sure doing a lot of positive acts of kindness. Have you heard of anyone doing a kind act this week?
Well, yes, Mrs. Hunt. here in the neighborhood, I told you about my awesome neighbors, and we have a neighbor that her name is Abby Cole. She's awesome. And Pedro and I, when we had Ithaca, I think we love run, but we didn't run together when she was like 1 month old.
Oh, wow.
So have been like 2 years.
She just turned 2, by the way, in
Yes,
County, right?
so 2 years old now. So the other day we were talking with Abby, and Abby, she was like, hey, what about you can go and run together and I can watch Ithaca? So that was an act of kindness that she did for us. So we had some fun together. We went to a run. We went to Kikapen. And she was playing with Ithaca, and Ithaca loves her. It's her favorite. It's like, Abby. So that's a really act of kindness. Like,
It sure is.
she shared her time with us.
Yeah, what a beautiful story. And that's neat because she's a neighbor in your community.
Yes.
that shared her time so you and Pedro could go for a run together. Thank you, Miss Abby.
Thank
For
you.
doing a positive action. That's beautiful.
And what about
Now-
you, Mrs. Hart? Do you have any?
Oh, let me tell you a super story of positive actions. Hearing about the positive news in our community helps everyone during difficult days, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Well, I have a super story of positive actions to share. Yes, I do. This week, our Morgan County Super Scholars participated in an Adopt a Senior letter writing acts of love. And Miss Shema, do you remember last week when we heard Senator Capito mention Warm Springs Intermediate teacher Christy Butts on the Senate floor?
Yes, that was amazing.
Yeah, wasn't that amazing? Well, guess what I heard this week?
What did you hear?
I got a message, and it was from Summer from the Morgan County Partnership. Now, at Monday's Morgan County meal delivery, Summer from the MC After 3 program, she collected all of the letters for the seniors, okay? And you'll never guess how many students did a positive action and made letters, cards, colored pictures, drew flowers, all kinds of things for residents living in nursing homes in our community.
Oh my
Now,
goodness.
I was like, maybe we'll get like a dozen or so. Guess how many letters Summer collected?
How many?
Are you ready? 83.
What?
I know,
83?
83 they picked up. So when students picked up their Moco meals, they brought Summer and Miss Butts their letters. They got 83 positive messages of caring, of hope, and love that were created using their positive actions. Isn't that awesome?
That's wonderful.
There's more. I heard from Mrs. Butts. She's the 4th grade teacher at the intermediate school. Guess what she told me?
What she told you?
There are 92 residents, seniors, living in nursing home facilities in our community. That's between the Berkeley Springs Nursing Home Center and also the extended care facility at War Memorial Hospital. So Mrs. Butts is still collecting cards from her classmates. And so she only needs 9 more. So she has 92 total cards for every
Woo!
resident will get an act of kindness this week.
That's
What do you
wonderful.
think of that?
It is amazing.
Woo!
Wow.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it. Pretty cool story, super story. All right, it's time for tip time. Are you ready?
Yes, tell me.
So, Miss Shema, I've been following the Child Mind Institute with tips for families during the pandemic. And Miss Shema, today I listened to actress Storm Reed. Have you ever heard of her? Storm Reed? Oh, she's adorable. She was in the movie 12 Years a Slave and also A Wrinkle in Time.
Yeah!
Storm Reed. Well, I listened to her story, and it's really cool. I didn't know this. She's a senior. She's graduating this year, right?
My gosh.
I didn't realize that. So we have other graduates out there, too. And I thought maybe you'd like to hear what this actress has been doing during the pandemic as well. And some of the things are the same things that's happening in my house. And so I bet some of these other seniors are doing it too. So listen to this soundbite we have from Storm Reed. She says things like she's been baking. Violet made cookies yesterday. They were amazing.
Yummy.
She's playing with her dog, all kinds of stuff. And she finished out her senior year of school. Our seniors graduated yesterday. Yep. And the final thing she says is pretty cool. You want to hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hi guys, it's me, Storm Reed here. I'm partnering with the Child Mind Institute to talk about my mental health during this challenging time. I wanted to share a few things that I've been doing to keep myself sane while the world feels very uncertain. I have been playing with my dogs. I have still been working and reading scripts and doing schoolwork, finishing up my senior year. I've been doing lots of baking and binge watching shows. And I've also just been taking time with myself and realizing that not every day is going to be easy, but just trying to stay positive through it all. So I'm sending you love and light, and just know that we are all alone together.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Miss Shema.
Hey, Mrs.
I
Hot.
know. I know that you listen to some great podcasts and you subscribe to some pretty cool YouTubers too. Have you heard anything pretty cool this week you'd like to tell the Morgan County community?
Well, this week I feel like we see a lot of things in social media. Sometimes social media is like, oh my goodness, it's a lot of information, or it's a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I follow a guy that his name is Matt Davella, AMATTDAVELLA, and he's a film director, filmmaker. He's in YouTube. And he makes movies too, and it's pretty amazing. He talks a lot about wellness, like emotional wellness, minimalism, a lot of these beautiful things that helps you with your social and emotional wellness.
Well, I'm going to check him out.
Oh yes, his videos are amazing, and all his information, it's wonderful. And he has a really good podcast too.
That's cool. He has a podcast too. I
Yes.
need to learn more about it. I'm gonna check him out too, Miss Shema.
Yeah, you had to.
Thank
It's really cool.
you. So what's coming up next week, Miss Shema? You want to take a look at our daily positive action vlogcast?
Yes, please. I love the Positive Action
All right.
podcast.
Oh, I love it. I can't believe it's the 38th week of our curriculum, and we're rounding out the year on the word community. So it starts off, Morgan County community, with Moto Monday or Motivational Monday. And on Monday, you'll have to check out the Vlogcast community because we are going to share with you the video MoCo Rocks. And that's a video that includes all of our Morgan County schools. Now, all the schools are featured. You get to see inside if you've been missing, looking at Pleasant View, Paw Paw. Check out Monday's Vlogcast because you recognize the faces. You might see your classroom. I don't know. Also on Monday, Summer Steam comes back with a STEM lesson. And she has, her host is Carmen, the STEM ambassador, doing a lesson on paper flowers. And if you get the Morgan County meal pickup, that'll actually come out on May 26th. Are you curious?
Morgan County scholars.
All right.
Well, Mrs. Hot, for Talk Team Tuesday, we have something pretty cool. So, Wildcat second graders at Whitmire. If you are a little nervous for next year, where it's gonna come, we have a wonderful video. It's a virtual tour for Warm Springs Intermediate School, and you're gonna meet your third grade teachers. You're gonna see where's the cafeteria, pickups, everything at school. Mrs. Hut's gonna take you around the school, and you're gonna see it. It's pretty fun. And
That's neat.
in the evening, the afternoon evening, we have Talk Team Tuesday story time with some super scholars at Warm Springs Intermediate School. They read a wonderful book called, the title is Horrible Bear. It's pretty fun.
Another bear book after Miss Nikki's bear book, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. And on Wednesday, it is Value Vlog Wednesday. And the video is from One World. It's a community value video. You guys are going to love it. And then after that, we have Where in Morgan County
are positive action.
So look and see if you know where Shayma and I are, where we found some positive actions. And if you know, email Angie at morganpartnership.org and save you a program shirt.
Awesome. On Thursdays, we have Raising Student Assets. So that's pretty cool. We are going to have Miss Super Nikki joins Wags the dog for a Too Good for Drugs positive action lesson.
Awesome. Oh, we talk about it. And then on Fun Friday, it's our final possum principle. Oh, this was a fun interview, wasn't it, Miss
Yes,
Shayna?
I love this.
Yes, Morgan County. You get to see and meet Miss Cunningham from Pleasant View Elementary. So if you haven't met Miss Cunningham, this was my first time. I never met her until we did this interview. She is amazing. They have a book club they talk about at their school, and she talks about the things that she's been doing while her students are away. So if you're missing your principal, Pleasant View, you don't want to miss next Friday. That's May the 29th. Wow. Now, Morgan County community and scholars, it's never too late to show that golden rule to others, like our essential workers. And this is the end of the week. If you would like to thank a Valley Health worker, take 10 or 15 seconds and email them a thank you. And they are still collecting those. And I will be sending them in. You can email me or careers@valleyhealthlink.com. So, you ready to close, Miss Shayma? It's almost time to go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Mrs. Hod, I know you have a book there.
Yeah, it's right here. See, I have 365 Days of Wonder with a precept from Mr. Brown. And for May 22nd, listen to what it says. And this is kind of cool because on Thursday, Miss Nikki talks about how to make friends. And this is the precept for Friday the 22nd. Making 1 million friends is not a miracle. The miracle is to make such a friend who can stand with you when millions are against you. Just one to stand with you, that's a friend, right?
Yes.
And that says that's by an unknown author. So Morgan County, it's just about time for Miss Shayma and I to get ready for next week's positive actions, all right? And we want you to remember, whether you are 2 or 92, all right? Positive actions help us every day. Your positive thoughts, actions and feelings. Right, and your community is here to help us all get through this together. Everything is okay. Now, Miss Shayma, I found this. Will you read this for everyone?
Of course, this is wonderful. I feel like when I read it, it makes my heart feel better because I feel like, oh, we can't go eat outside, we can't be with our friends. It's like I feel everything is canceled. But look what this spirit says. Not everything is canceled. Sunshine, it's not canceled. Spring, it's not canceled. Love, it's not canceled. Relationships are not canceled. Reading, it's not canceled. Naps are not canceled. Devotion, it's not canceled. Music, it's not canceled. Dancing, it's not canceled. Imagination, it's not canceled. Kindness, it's not canceled. Conversations are not canceled. And hope, it's not canceled. This is wonderful, Mrs. Hart. Did you see all these beautiful things that it's not canceled? We don't need money to be happy, or we don't need to eat outside all the time. We can take naps, we can read, we can dance. That's beautiful. Love, it's not canceled. Love it. Love it. That's pretty cool.
And I like how it closes, how you said that, Miss Shayma. Hope is not canceled. And in our community this week, graduation wasn't canceled either, was it?
Yes.
Things keep moving on, and it gives us hope for futures for our students and for all of it gives us hope for our students. Now, to close out the positive podcast, I found something, Miss Shayma. It's the Berkeley Springs High School Band playing the commencement ceremonies from last year, 2019. Yesterday, they graduated. Paul also graduated. So I thought we'd close with a little bit of hope. And to honor our graduates, from Paw Paw in Berkeley Springs. Let's listen to Pomp and Circumstance, played by the high school musicians at the 2019 graduation ceremonies. And community, we are so proud of you, and we have such hope for the futures that are coming.
Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.